Hello, I'm Stephen Cooley and welcome to Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. On today's show, I've got Scott Stegall with me on the show. He's one of the expert home inspectors and our expert inspector for the TV show. So welcome back to the show. You've been on several times giving us great information. And in a previous show, we talked about that the number one reason that property sales fall through is because of problems wrong with the house. So buyer and seller are happy with the price, they're happy with the moving date, but then the buyer gets a home inspection and finds a lot of things wrong with the home that the seller didn't even know. So now you got a stranger knowing more what's wrong with your house than the seller, the homeowner knows. And so Scott, out there in the field doing these home inspections, give us the top 10 things you find wrong with homes in our area.
Yeah, Steve, I kind of sat down and went through the things on a number of home inspections that we as home inspectors see and kind of categorized those in a 1 through 10 punch list, so to speak.
So top 10 problems with a home via a home inspection.
Number one is grading and drainage. Gutters full of debris, water overflowing, downspouts discharging at perimeter walls, water's getting into the crawl space. That is not a good thing.
Water management.
Water management, number one. Number two, exterior issues, which are a lot of times that's related to water management. We see a lot of rot on doors, jambs, windows, fascias, things like that. That's water management again. If you notice, we're kind of hitting that water management thing. Number three, amateur electrical components, wiring, do-it-yourself type of stuff. We see a lot of hazardous conditions, safety issues as far as amateur wiring and things like that during the inspection process. Number four, roofs. A lot of times we've had a lot of hail damage in the last few years. A lot of those roofs have been repaired. A lot of those roofs have been repaired right. Some of them have not been repaired right. We catch a lot of those items, even on new roofs that are on a couple of years old. Plumbing vents, flashing issues and things like that. After the roofs, we're moving on into the HVAC stuff. A lot of times, older systems, if a home inspector sees indication of rust in the heat exchangers, they're probably going to refer that out for an HVAC contractor to do an intrusive inspection, disassemble the system and things like that. So it's very important to be proactive and maintain your HVAC systems on a yearly basis. Moving on past the HVAC, we're moving into actually plumbing issues. Run your sinks and your tubs if you're able, or have someone that can go in the crawl space, have them go in there and take a look, make sure you got no leaks that are on plumbing, drain lines and things like that, leaks under sinks and things like that. After the plumbing issues, we get into some just poor ventilation, crawl space ventilation, which is leading to fungi growth on floor joists. There again, moisture control.
Absolutely.
Out of these top 10 things, I think 4 of them are going to be related to external water or condensation related to moisture.
I think the natural system of the world is that the wind and rain and things like that destroy man-made items, and so that's happening with your home, and that's water, sun, wind, hailstorms, and things like that. So if you're not protecting the home from the environment, it will eventually, the home will eventually fall in if you don't maintain the home. And water here is a huge issue.
That leads to our last, number 10, which is general poor maintenance. Sticking windows, just dripping faucets, just general poor maintenance. I mean, just anyone can see it. I mean, it's not a home inspector, but just anyone walking through the home or around the home can see that general poor maintenance.
Well, and as the real estate expert, I've got 2 recommendations for people. If you own a home, and this is a home from $60,000 to millions, spend the money every 3 years and get a home inspection. And stay on top of the little things that are wrong with your house. It is well worth the few $100s to maintain your biggest investment in the world.
Exactly.
The second recommendation I have is if you're getting ready to sell your home, get a pre-home inspection and get those items fixed on your time frame with your contractors at your leisure, versus when we find out the week before closing and we got to put you into the emergency section where you're going to pay top dollar to someone who is licensed, bonded, insured, warranting the work, who can get out there and do it in 1 week, and the price will not be a factor because you have no other option as the seller. And so know what's wrong with your home before a stranger buyer knows what's wrong with your house. That's my 2 recommendations. And if you do both of those, home inspection every 3 years and a home inspection before you sell your home, there will be no issues through the sale with the buyer, and that is the #1 reason sales fall through. So Scott, my preferred home inspector, does a great job for our buyers and sellers. Please tell them how to reach you so they can sign up for this program.
You can reach us at 803-242-9588 or on the web at carolina-homepro.com.
Scott, thanks for being our expert on home inspections and general things about homes. I really appreciate you being on today's show. We've got beautiful homes for sale in your area. Please stay tuned and we'll be right back. I hope you've enjoyed watching the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. If you're interested in advertising your business on the program, please give us a call at 803-326-2777 or send us an email at ask@makeitlocal.com. Join us next week for more discussions on real estate topics and help in finding your perfect home. Thanks for watching.